Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is an actress, author, and Grammy Award-winning recording artist, and 1/3 of the best-selling girl group of all time. And she's here today to talk about her brand new reality show entitled Totally T-Boz, airing on TLC. Help me welcome back to the show, Tionne T-Boz Watkins. Hey, lady, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and I want to say congratulations on your brand new reality show. I've watched both episodes so far. Love the show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, I found it kind of funny. This is just me personally, how T-Boz of the original TLC has a reality show on TLC. I'm like, you go, girl. You got all that wrapped up. Totally TLC.
I know. I always say I have the T's. I love it. It just seemed like the perfect fit.
And it was. And you couldn't beat the name either in the network. But I wanted to know, why did you decide now to do a reality show?
Well, honestly, I really didn't want to do one. And
I remember.
The funny thing was just, it fell on my lap, and I kept turning down so many other ones because I just wasn't interested in what they were doing. And when this one came about, they were more interested in doing something positive, and that's what, I like to do, something that either, if it has substance, so I can make much to the things that I love, which is helping others, and also music. I was like, why not? So they were more interested in following me and not leading me, because I won't, conform to a lot of stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, okay, well, maybe I should speak up about what I just went through, because I felt like I was spared. And there's not 10 years of technology out there to even tell you, what to expect after a brain tumor surgery, the kind that I had, because they're rare. So I was like, well, maybe I can help people, and then at the same time, we can laugh along the way. Because I think laughter is the best medication, so I decided to go ahead and do it.
And I'm so glad, because this is truly real. We are truly following you, and you're not being led. We're seeing, health conditions. You're talking about your tumor, which I was so surprised. I really didn't even know a whole lot about that and how God truly brought you through that. How did you first find out that you actually had a brain tumor? Did you have a headache, or did you just go in one day and they found it?
No, I had a lot of headaches, but they started getting real severe, and they started, coming like every day, all day, nonstop. And then one day when I looked up, I almost passed out because I was so busy. And so my mom was like, you need to get an MRI. So I did so, and then what do you know? I had a brain tumor that was growing slowly in my brain for 6 years.
Wow. And the reason why I say you are so blessed, because my sister-in-law, she was 26, and she had just gave birth to our little nephew, her third child, and she had a headache. The doctors, they just gave her Demerol while she was still in the hospital just for the pain. And then they kept her an extra day. She wanted an MRI, but they told her not. They told her that she didn't need one. And then she came home from the hospital. She had a stroke and passed away 2 days later. So that's just by the grace of God that they caught yours, and you are still here today.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why whenever I hear about anybody having a brain tumor and they're still here, I'm like, that is truly the grace of God. Now, how do you like living in Los Angeles? Is it a huge change from Atlanta to LA for you?
Oh, yeah, it's a big change because I'm not really an LA chick. So for me, a lot of it, work has been great here, and, it serves its purpose. And if my daughter's fine, I'm fine. And, I'm the type of person, I can fit in pretty much anywhere, but I wouldn't make this my permanent home. It's just really for, the working opportunities and things that I'm doing now. Because for me, I don't really feel like I'm in the industry just for music. To me, it's an entertainment business.
Right.
And it goes further than just being in TLC or just singing, because I like to write, and, I executive produce ATL, the movie, which was also about my life growing up. And it was about Dallas Austin, too, TLC's main producer. So, T.I. played Dallas, Lauren London played me, and so now I write scripts and produce things, and there's a lot of other behind-the-scenes things that I do. So just because people don't see me dance in the video, they're like, she ain't doing that. Not true, sweetheart. You just don't know about it.
Now, I had no idea that TLC, that you executive produced, and that was about you. Okay. I think I'm just born on a turnip truck, just getting everything super late. I had no idea. The movie is a great movie, but I had no idea that was a true life story.
Yeah, that's how I learned all the dances that I knew. in TLC and how I was able to choreograph and do a lot of things because I grew up in the hood going to Jody Beans, which was a skating rink. And that's where I used to beg the guys, like, please let me dance with y'all. I can dance, y'all. Just give me a chance. And they finally did. And then, went on from there. But, there's a lot of things because, I would never, especially when you're in a group, I was never like, I did this, I did that. But, there's a lot of things that, I did that a lot of people didn't know about. And, the show more so makes it seem like it's just about a solo album. For me, it's solo endeavors and just other things that I want to do. So, of course, it's all from being in TLC, but to me, you're supposed to use that to go on to things that you want to do in life.
Because in the first episode, I see that Chili really wants you to focus on TLC, and I see you wanting to focus on some lifelong dreams and goals that you've had. Do you think that your lifelong dreams and goals is kind of clashing with hers and with you focusing totally on TLC?
Well, first off, just because I'm doing other things doesn't mean I'm not focusing on the group.
Correct.
And I always have.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same point in rate, I have other things that I've always pushed back that I'm not willing to do anymore. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we're 42. This ain't gonna last forever.
I know.
And the smart thing would be for all of us to do something else too. But if it's strategically planned, it really shouldn't make a difference. As long as I don't sign up to do something, then not show up. I'm not doing that kind of stuff. I'm letting people know ahead of time. And it's not all about me just wanting to do what I want to do. It has to do with me having a child and my health with sickle cell and stuff like that. I'm not willing to do the same things that I used to. And ain't nobody else in the hospital bed. And if I'm not here, I can't do it anyway. So it's easy to speak up about something you're not, going through yourself.
Right.
Based on just what you want. So, she wants to dance and tour till she's 65. And I don't. And I never have. And it has nothing to do with being sick. I just ain't never been that chick who wants to be on stage at 65. And nah, that's not my dream. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. No, that's really good because I know you're working on your solo project. So congratulations on that. And you're welcome, and you've inspired so many young girls with girl power. What is going to be the message of your current album? Are you going to have more songs in there that's going to inspire? I know on the show you have a song that you love called Champion. So can you tell us about some of the songs on your new project?
Yeah, well, the one that I'm going to put out has nothing to do with my album, but it's a single that I'm going to release at the end of January, and it's called Champion. Mm-hmm. And they played a snippet of my brother and I, doing it last night. But mainly that show will be about... Oh, I said that show, child. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here trying to pack to the airport and talk to you. Sorry. Okay, so the song Champion is basically dedicated to anybody who has overcome any obstacles in their life, whether it's training for a track meet, Olympics, cancer, whatever you've overcome, because I feel like champions aren't born, they're made, and a lot of the proceeds will go to children with blood disorders. So that's when I say I learned how to mesh two things that I love, and that's charity and helping and, positive, and also, music.
Right.
So I'm just trying to combine all the things that I love and make it work for a reason, and not that I'm just doing it just to be doing it. Because the music industry is so different now, and, they took a lot of the fun out of it. So you have to find something, you're compassionate about, or reasons why you're doing this. Because a lot of times I used to sit here like, why am I doing this now? Because if there's not going to be that much money in it, it ain't worth it.
Right, right. So after we watch Totally T-Boz, after the season is over, what can your fans learn about you that we didn't know before?
A lot of people are learning a lot of things because I've never even talked about being sick, no matter what I was going through, or, like the time we did the pay-per-view special, they wheeled me out of the hospital and then right back in after the show. Like, there's a lot of times I would just keep it moving. I wouldn't talk about it because I leave it where it's at. But I was like, well, maybe, like I said, maybe I should speak up. So it goes into depth, basically more about me and TLC and how I became who I am today. And this is what my life is now. And I'll share it, whatever, all the good and the bad, and we'll get up there, and you'll see me, and whatever happens from there.
Okay. Now, are you still working on the TLC 20th reunion?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, when can we expect to see that? Is it going to be a tour? Is that going to be this year or next year?
I'm probably supposed to be this year, but you know how this business is fickle. But we're going for this year, hopefully this summer. And so far, it looks like I'm going overseas again.
Okay.
But VH1's doing a biopic about TLC's life, and that's awesome. And then we're doing a 20th anniversary package to go with it, which will entail 2 new songs. And then we'll probably remix or re-sing some of the older hits and just have fun with it, and then put it on an album, and it'll be the soundtrack. So it'll be fun.
Now, when can we expect to see the biopic? I can't wait to see that.
Me neither. I can't wait to see. Me too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want to see.
So are they working on it now? Are they filming it now? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. We're working on it now. We haven't, they're casting, so we don't know who's going to play us yet. We're trying to figure out who that's going to be and all that. So the script is done, and we're in that process right now.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you a question. Are you going to be getting back into acting? I know you were traveling across the country doing plays. Are you going to be doing that again?
I don't know if I want to do another play again, honestly. You know, I'm the type of person that'll try some things. But I will act again, probably.
Okay.
Just, you know, as long as it makes sense and it's something I want to do. But TV is so good now, like so many shows or like movies. I'm like, well, shoot, maybe I'll do one of them. I might do a TV show. I don't know. Get on one of the shows I like The Walking Dead or something. I'm like, I love that show.
Okay, look, you never know, girl. They hear that, and all of a sudden you're going to be on that show. They're probably just screaming right now. She really like our show. So go keep saying all the shows you like. Somebody about to come pick you up. That's all you got to do. Put it out there. Now, I know. And then also, too, I have a listener question for you, because so many people have been encouraged by your battle with sickle cell. I mean, you've been an encouragement to so many listeners, especially here on my show, the Lady Charmaine Live Show. So I have a listener question for you, and it comes from Otha Mobs from Sacramento, California. He's an aspiring rapper, and he's also fighting sickle cell as well, and you are one of his inspirations. So he wants to know, how do you balance your busy schedule, family, work, and also living with sickle cell? And he says, what do you do in order to stay healthy and out of the hospital and still get tasks completed?
Well, I mean, of course, it's not easy, even when you're healthy. It just, you know, makes it to where you don't get sick as much or as long, but at the end of the day, it's not a cure. So I try to take a lot of vitamins and supplements, but I've just learned how to put what's most important first, which is me, because I can't do anything for anybody else if I'm not here, and I have to be here to raise my daughter. So you have to prioritize what's important, and then as far as doctor, you have to make sure you have one that you like and that knows what he's talking about. And you have to research your body, yourself, and learn what works for you, because we all can have the same disease, but genetically our history and makeup is different. Mm-hmm. So what works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. So you have to, like, even if you have to write it down, okay, this made me sick, I shouldn't do this, you got to know what makes you sick. And the people who stress you out, get rid of them. That's what I do. Like, stress for a 100% healthy person will, you know, make you sick. And if you know you have a disease and you can't get rid of them, you know, you have to learn how to deal with it. You know, you can't let people bring you down. So I feel like, you know, you can fight for your life, you can fight for anything. If you want to live, you just have to fight for it. And that's, you know, you take over the disease and not let it take over you. So that's pretty much how I do it.
Okay, and then he also wants to know, do you have any special food or diet recommendations?
Yeah, it's just easier to eat healthy. It's hard to say what, but, you know, I juice with kale, and that's a natural anti-inflammatory. So that helps. And you just, you know, eat butter.
Okay.
And not so much junk food and sugar.
Okay. Okay, well, you counted me out because I like that stuff.
I know, which is hard. So do I. And actually, when you're sick, the medicine they give you makes you crave sugar. So it's just like, are you kidding me?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And speak.
I love sugar too, so.
And I know on last night's episode, they were talking about your weight. And one felt you didn't need to lose weight. Another young lady felt you did. How do you feel about that? And especially the one that felt you needed to lose weight felt because of the industry that you're in. Do you feel that you need to lose weight to try to compete with the young ladies in the industry now?
It's not that I'm trying to keep up with anybody. The realistic thing is I took steroids and didn't have a choice in that. So actually, for me, health comes first, then looking good comes second. Because I can't sit up here trying to breathe and hold a dumbbell at the same time. So actually, when I was skinnier, I was thicker than I am while I'm thicker.
Wow.
So, because I have more meat to coat my bones. So at the end of the day, for me, yeah, of course I should tighten it up, but it's for me. I want to tighten myself up so I can look the best that I can. Now, when I'm healthy enough to get in shape, then I'll do so. But, you know, everybody has opinions, but at the end of the day, like I said, we're not the ones sitting in the hospital bed trying to breathe. So, of course, I wasn't going to be like, let's do some lunges. Let's do some sit-ups. Oh, my God, I just got a in the surgery. That's the first thing I want to do.
Girl, you are a mess. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not about being vain. It's about being healthy, and then you can look good. So now that I'm at that point, now I'm ready to do it. You know, so I don't, that stuff doesn't bother me really because I didn't have a choice. I had to take steroids. So it is what it is. It makes you gain weight. So, okay, so be it. This is where I'm at. Like it or love it, don't, whatever.
Right.
I don't really trip on it. It just is where I'm at in my life. Can't control that part. You know what I mean?
Right. And with you battling your brain tumor, you overcame loss of speech loss of speech and also hearing and sight.
What?
Those three.
What?
How did you overcome those? Because I had no idea. You would never know today that you had to overcome those obstacles. How did you even overcome those?
A lot of physical therapy, honestly, and a lot of work, prayer, and determination. And that's why I probably don't care about, you know, much what, you know, a lot of people have to say and stuff like that because if they only knew, you know, the stuff I went through just to be able, you know what I'm saying, to do have to do stuff again. That's why I just keep it moving like, oh, okay. So, you know, whatever. But, hell, everybody in America has folks, you know, they're trying to kill themselves to look good and buying booty aids and, you know, and all this other stuff. I'm like, child, please. I wanted to be back here to raise my daughter no matter how I came back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, I was like, oh, just as long as I'm back here to raise my daughter, I don't really care if it's heavier, couldn't see, couldn't hear, I'm here. That's what I wanted to do, just be here, honestly.
How did that whole situation, which you just came through, how did that change your outlook on life? How did that change you?
Well, I had already been through a lot with sickle cell, so, you know, I think it prepared me, you know, being in hospital after my whole life to be able to do other things. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. And if somebody...
Honestly, so, I mean, I was just going to say, I look at things differently, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't take things for granted or I don't get bent out of shape about things that don't matter, really.
And if somebody wanted to follow you, are you on Facebook or Twitter? Or do you have a website?
Well, you can follow me at The Real T-Boz.
The Real T-Boz?
On Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I started tweeting probably like 5 months ago. I got to get my life right. I was like, oh, okay. Let me start doing right. I'm a tweet.
Okay. Okay. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't really use it as much, but it's just Watkins. But it's linked up to my Facebook. But I mean to my Twitter, but I have to start, you know, using it more. I honestly don't really Facebook that much, honestly. So I have to get better, but Instagram is the same name as Twitter. Okay. And I've been using those two mostly.
Okay. Well, Tionne, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. You know, it's always a pleasure having you. Congratulations on your reality show. When I heard you had a reality show, I almost flipped. Because when I first heard it, I was like, oh, I thought that was a lie. Because, you know, when we talked, you wasn't trying to do reality. And I was like, who is on the way of lying?
I did not want right. I did not want to. I was like, oh, okay. But when I met with them, I was like, you know what, we can turn this probably into a positive thing, and that's what I wanted to do. And then, you know, talking to, you know, a lot of people, I was like, okay, I'll speak up. They was like, you need to tell. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell.
Because when I first saw the commercial, that's when I believed it. I had to see it on TLC. I didn't believe anything I read on the web at all. But when I saw it, I'm like, she really do have a reality show. I could
Yeah,
not.
because you never know. I know with this business, I'm like, I still read some of the articles, and I'm like, I didn't say that, and how'd you get that from this? And Jesus, it's all good. I guess the ones who have really common sense will pick up the most important. I'm like, instead of looking at the things that don't mean nothing, so it's all good. But I know I have to go too because I have to catch my flight.
Well, you go and you catch your flight, and it's always a pleasure having you on the show, and I look forward to having you back.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.